This is Hip Hop at Lunch. We're here with Jasmine Solano. How's it going?
It's going. It's going fast.
So I know you've been having a lot of recent success opening for a lot of big name artists, and last week's CMJ and everything. Just want to say congratulations on all that.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for seeking me out in this crazy city.
Definitely. Well, you've been making your name as a DJ for a minute, and now you're working as an MC. Like, I wanted to ask where your passion is. Like, which one is better?
Well, if you kind of know my history, especially when I was a young kiddo and a teenager, it explains my multifaceted passions. I was performing in talent shows when I was like 9 years old. I performed Shoop at my 4th grade talent show. And then I used to dance. And as soon as I hit like 12 and 13, I would sneak into the clubs in Philly and just be there to dance. I wasn't like a rave kid popping pills or anything. I was just there to like dance on top of the hardest bass speaker and like go crazy, you know, like this little munchkin, and just going to tons of concerts. And I started freestyling a ton with my friends, and I had everything from like the breakdancing crew boys to like my hippie friends to like the punk rock kids. Like, I was all over the place, and I would do a lot of open mics, started getting involved with hip-hop activism, and so bought my first pair of Techniques when I was 18, started being on the radio. As soon as I went to college, I was 17 years old, and I started spinning hip-hop on the radio. And then I started hosting shows because I was a radio personality, and so everything came together once I moved to New York. Started DJing out in the clubs all the time, and I was always making music pretty much throughout my life, but never really advertised that. And a year ago, I was like, what am I doing? You know, like, let's do it for real. And I put out my first song, That's Not It, which DJ Wonder produced. And the rest is a fairy tale.
Yeah. You've been doing a lot of good work.
Thank you, sir.
So when you were a DJ personality, you were at Emerson, right?
Yeah.
And were they like the #1 college radio back then too?
Yeah.
Or?
#1 college radio station in the country. If you've ever been to Boston, it's right on the corner of Tremont and Boylston, where the Boston Commons are, which is the most central location in the city. And we competed with, 94.5 and all of the big stations. We were run like a professional station. And I was there from the time I was 17 and 21, going hard body. And I was offered my own show my final year. And I was also the program director of the station. So I was managing like 100 kids, 20 different shows. And I started my own show called The Secret Spot, which was an R&B, soul, and slow jam show, in which we talked about relationships and love. And that show started as a late, a 2-hour Sunday night slot, and it eventually blew up into prime time, 8 to midnight, Saturdays and Sundays. It was my baby, and I actually won 2 major awards for it. I won Best Female Radio Personality of New England, and another Evie Award for Best Radio Personality. So it was a good time.
That's dope. So outside of music, like, what are you doing for fun?
Well, my life is dedicated to my art. That is my fun. Writing songs, doing photo shoots, collaborating for the artwork for my singles, designing my own website, downloading more music, making mixtapes, researching the history of different music genres, meeting people. Like, that's everything I wanted to do anyway. That is my fun. And I think that's why everything has accelerated to the point that it has, because it's what I would do on my free time anyway. I've just devoted my entire life and energy to it, and so I have fun all day.
The passion shows.
Yep.
Definitely.
Thanks.
So I noticed you're active on Twitter. Like, can you tell us a little bit about who you're talking to or how you're using it?
Now listen. Twitter to me is live blogging. Okay. I cannot find the time to sit down and blog. I'm trying to work at it. I'm I understand the value of blogging. I'm trying to get better. But I'm so always in the moment that it's just easier for me to take a twit pic and be like, interview with HipHopAtLunch.com, you know. Who am I talking to? Everyone, you know. I think Twitter is a huge example of the shift in artistry. Nowadays, I mean, since MySpace came out, but if you think about it, you can be so close to the artist now. Whereas, think about how artists were packaged when Motown was around. There was a mystique, there was artist development, there was A&R, you know, there's this whole entertainment package where you view the artist as an untouchable alien of sorts. And now we've just broken it down to like people and people and people. No matter where you are in the world, you can ask someone and they might respond, and you can, you know, read their thoughts all day. It's a whole shift of a different dynamic between artist and listener.
Definitely. It's very powerful if you know how to use it, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you just shot a video for That's Not It?
Yes.
Was there a specific goal you were trying to reach with the video? I know you have some experience with video production.
Yeah, I used to work in video production, and I was beginning to produce music videos. And Vashti, who I worked with back in the day, I produced 2 of her videos, one for Kid Cudi and one for a CRS spec video with the little kids and the skateboard. But she directed my video, and which she's so big time at this point, even though we're really cool, that I really appreciated the fact that she did that. And the goal for That's Not It was to include all of my friends who had gotten me to where I'm at today. I just wanted it to be a big video of me. I mean, it's all in a storyline. Like, I'm dissing dudes that are trying to holler. Some of them are like my best friends who like dressed up all corny, or, you know, and it's fun. And it shows my different sides. It shows like the sassy, the funny, the tomboy, the sexy. It really shows all of my personality. So I think the goals were achieved between showing who I am and showcasing all my peoples.
That sounds dope. So before we go, is there an EP coming up, or what should we be looking out for?
You should be looking out for 4 new singles. I think they're all gonna come out like bam, bam, bam. I have a single coming out. I'll show you the flyer that you can keep with Nair called Meant for the Dude. It's dropping November 24th. It's an intense song. You can have that. And I have another track coming out produced by Chuck Wild from the Beatars. It's called Poetic Justice. That's dropping in like a week. And I have a track coming out with Chuck English of the Cool Kids.
That's dope.
And a track with Junior Sanchez coming out.
Cool.
So once all those filter out, and because I fund everything I do, I bust my ass. I have 5 to 7 gigs a week. Whether it's DJing or performing, my life is crazy. But yeah, I just need a little bit more funding behind my EP so I can get it out to more people in the universe.